Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your day. As always, guys, I so appreciate it. There is now over 10,800 of you. Thank you so much. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I try to put stuff out there that has all different type of genre to it, so that there's a lot to talk about. And one of my favorite things to talk about is 90 Day Fiance. And the reason why I think 90 Day Fiance works really well with this channel is because it's about dysfunctional relationships, which this channel is a pro on, apparently, after Gypsy Rose Blanchard and all these messed up relationships that we cover. 90 Day Fiance and Angela Deem takes the cake, because she is still after her man, Michael. But Michael is no longer her man. You know, she tased that man in the face. What gives her the right? She is such low class, and I would say it to her face. She is such low class that she's an embarrassment to her grandchildren that haven't figured out she's an embarrassment to them yet, guys. So after spending 7 years with Michael, harassing Michael, putting hands on Michael, Michael never put hands on Angela. And to be honest, I think Michael really liked her. But I think after a while, he played the long game. He had so much invested. How do you build a future with somebody who is so bipolar, it seems like, and doesn't admit that she has any faults? Everything she does wrong, every time she loses her cool, she blames Michael. But she has done shit to Michael. She has done things to Michael that was humiliating to Michael. Getting in the face of other men, flirting with other men. But God forbid, Michael had no autonomy when he was with Angela, because Angela's security, she walks around all huffy and puffy and secure. There is no security. She has no self-esteem. She is garbage. And I think she really knows she's garbage. She is one of those people that I say, she's shit. She's covered in a bunch of shiny shit, so she thinks, but it's not shiny, but it's just shit. And she walks around thinking nobody realizes that inside that shiny shit is shit. But as soon as she opens her mouth, you hear it, you see it, and you know it. Angela Deem has got some friggin' nerve talking and saying about people, how people are raised, how people are treated. She needs to check out her own daughter, who actually has charges on her for messing with children. So you be proud of that, Angela Deem, and keep your hands off of Michael. So Michael took off. He's a black man from Nigeria, and he's in Hazelhurst, Georgia, running for his life from Angela Deem, who she locked into his house, was going to make him do all. I mean, first of all, this woman is worse than a hoarder. She lives in a pigsty, reminiscent to Gypsy Rose's house. All of us, you know about Gypsy Rose's house. Angela Deem, Michael walks into his new bedroom. There's no room for him. He's got to go outside to change his mind. Okay? That room is filled to the brim with shit. And she wants him to clean it up. She was not ready for Michael, to be honest with you. Michael's exhausted. He just wants to go to sleep. And then she starts demanding things. You're going to do the laundry. You're going to do this. You're going to babysit the kids. You're going to do this. After a few days, Michael got sick of it. She tased the man in the face. The man ran to the police. He kept his location secret. It was believed he was living with a family in Indiana, a safe place, implying that Angela would never find him. But he was in Texas. And guess what? People saw him there. And people walked up to him and said, Michael, from 90 Day Fiance. And Michael said, that's me. And people took pictures with him, and they said he was so approachable. He was so likable. I think Michael is everything that Michael showed himself to be on 90 Day Fiance. But I also think Angela Deem is everything she showed herself to be. So let's get things clear, guys. When only the Americans get paid. You know, the people from the other countries do not get paid. The Americans get paid, which Angela Deem seemed to take on that money and inject herself with it. In other words, she had a bunch of stuff done to make herself look good, but what she didn't do was fix her attitude, and that's all trashy. Guys, what gets me with the 90 Day Fiance franchise is when people are blatantly wrong. And you say to yourself, how can anybody see that this person doesn't see it this way? People say that Michael used Angela. He paid for his green card, in my opinion. He paid to come to America by the way that she abused him. If he used her, she used him double. She liked the idea of a young guy like that, who was young. You know, Michael's a boy toy to her, because you have to remember, Angela's mad old and looks mad old regardless of the work she gets done, because there is no class. You're not classy, Angela. You're not classy at all. You know you're not classy. As soon as you open your mouth, you're not classy. Some of the clothes you wear is totally inappropriate for a woman your age. And I know you had work done on your body, but your clothes do not really show. Most of your clothes just still show like a trashiness, which makes absolutely no sense to me. But the thing that again gets me with 90 Day Fiance is there are some really good people there. And sometimes you make the really good people look like shit. Like, I think Michael was a really good dude. There's no way you could think Angela Deem would be a good partner, you know? And I think that Michael just was abused so much. At one point he was like, fuck it, I am gonna play the long game. I am gonna be much more stubborn than this cocky ass American bitch, who she is, right? She is, because she thinks she's got all that. It's one thing to take pride in your country, but you better take pride in yourself before you take pride in the country. And Angela takes no pride. She's built on a bunch of puffiness that is honestly nothing I think she believes in. I think when she looks at herself, she sees somebody old and classless. And she doesn't like that. So she'd rather blame Michael than change herself, which is the American way. We are always blaming other people. We don't want to do the work on ourselves. We have to do the work on ourselves, because look at the way it looks. You can't tell me that Angela Deem looks back on herself and says, yeah, I got him, I look good. No, you don't. You don't look good. You look trashy. You look trashy to your grandchildren, you look trashy to your children, and you look trashy to the public, and we're laughing at you and love the fact that Michael ran away and got his freedom. We love that, because you're not a good person. And being that you're not a good person and you ABUSED'd this man, tased him in his face, nobody wants to see you win. Nobody wants to see things work out for you, because you're just not a good person. And I don't have a problem saying that. I don't think that I am. I think I am the majority here. I am with the majority here. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I want to cover some of these 90 Day Fiancés because they're my guilty pleasure, and because we have a lot, I think, to learn. We can learn from relationships that are on the show and see where the red flags pop up and how people could behave better and love better and their commitments could be better. So I am going to cover some of the 90 Day Fiancé, and I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy some of this content with me. And those that aren't into 90 Day Fiancé, you might enjoy it, you know? It is reality TV. You guys like the Gypsy Rose, right? Gypsy Rose, you like all of her drama. Well, the 90 Day Fiancé is filled with it, guys. All right, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Guys, don't forget, August 2nd, noon, Toms River, New Jersey, the courthouse lawn. I'm going to be there. Please be there for the sentencing of that monster, DAD, right? Christopher Greger, the one who took his son, Corey Michelo's life. You know that guy. The guy that put his son on a treadmill over and over and over again, and then turned around and bit the kid on the head. Remember that video? Well, Corey was much, much more. And we're going to show Corey that he was much, much more. Because justice for Corey is a real thing. And we want it, guys. So please check out my community page, my community link on YouTube. Please read about what we're doing for the Corey Mitchell. If you guys need a ride to the sentencing, please let us know. Guys, please. It's really important. You know, I joke around with the Gypsy Rose and 90 Day Fiance. The stuff that I do about children, I don't mess around with that, guys. Okay? So please, if you'll please help us. And even just putting up his picture, putting up Corey's picture for 3 days. Guys, please go to my community page or my community tab on my YouTube page here and see what you can do to help, guys. Really appreciate it. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Guys, be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always be kind. Thanks, guys.